Okay, so this is the first video that I'm attempting to make um, for a YouTube channel. I've never made something like this before, though I have consumed quite a bit of YouTube in my time, and it feels appropriate to make an attempt to start to produce content after many years of absorbing and incubating ideas, so that I can start to share and offer, for whatever it's worth, my emergent perspective on the subjects specifically of Judaism, psychedelics, consciousness, relationships, and play. These are things that matter a lot to me, and I feel that they are all intimately interwoven. And so my hope is that through generating content related to these subjects, I can reach out into the broader YouTube world and locate like-minded souls and perspectives, and also to hear from divergent and dissonant perspectives as well, to help hone and sharpen my own thinking, and to generate conversation that will be enriching and will help me to go deeper in my journey. Okay, who am I? My name is Benny. I am spending my life at the moment living in the city of Jerusalem. And I'm studying Torah. I'm studying theology, studying history, and I'm also studying myself. I began this path almost half a decade ago, inspired by a series of moments and conversations with people in my life who reflected to me that I might investigate entering into working as a member of clergy, as a spiritual leader, which I thoroughly laughed off and did not consider seriously for quite some time, and slowly began to warm to the idea of taking this time in my life. I'm 34. So I started when I was 29, 30. Taking this time in my life to really drill down into the infinite waters of my inherited tradition, which is the Jewish spiritual path. And so that's what I've been doing. And I want to share. I want to be open. I want to be challenged. And most of all, I want to contribute. I want to contribute to the conversations and to the forums that make me excited and that bring me a sense of meaning and possibility. And why shouldn't I contribute? Many of you might relate to this feeling that I've had, that the sharing on YouTube is for other people, but for me, I don't have anything to say. A little bit of an imposter kind of mentality, or like a not wanting to look silly, not wanting to make mistakes publicly in this way. by misquoting or saying something that could have been said better in hindsight, or being vulnerable. But I feel like the time is now. I don't know why today, of all days, it felt like the right time to press record. But here I am, I'm doing it. And I hope people will follow me on this journey. And who knows where this will lead? Who knows? Maybe no one will be subscribing and it'll just be me speaking to myself. And in that way, I think there's value. But maybe not. Maybe people will want to hear these perspectives and these ideas that I hope to be bringing more consistently through this channel. And I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see how it goes. And so, just to say a little bit more about what I'm most interested in, my hope for myself and the vision that I hold for myself is to become a thought leader at the intersection between the Jewish spiritual path and psychedelic experience. The reason that I want to enter into this kind of role is because I feel like the time that we are situated in, with a re-emergence in many pockets of Western civilization that are interested in understanding the complexities and the contours of the mystical experience, mystical ideas, the fact that there is more to be absorbing and incorporating from our lives than just the material, that there are layers, that there is room for imagination and play and flexibility and plasticity in how we interpret the narrativization of our lived experience. And do I really think that psychedelics, and when I speak about psychedelics, I'm speaking about chemical compounds, which people will often take in a variety of contexts to experience an alteration, or some might say an expansion of their ordinary state of consciousness. They're not something which I believe have been given enough serious consideration in terms of the way in which they can revivify and potentiate people in their spiritual lives, and the care and the caution that need to be exercised when engaging with that particular modality. And I believe that within the Jewish community that I am engaged with, throughout my whole life I've been engaged with it, there has been more silence and less substance, partly out of fear, partly out of a desire to stay away from things which don't necessarily immediately emerge from the written or oral tradition and giving them the same spiritual potential in thought. And also just the very comfort, or discomfort rather, with the mystical side of the Jewish spiritual path, as a result of the encroachment and then entrenching of Enlightenment sensibilities coming out of Europe, making their way over to the United States, which devalued what was possible with a serious engagement with Jewish mystical tradition. And I'm not the only person who's ever spoken about this. There are people who have and will continue to speak far more eloquently and reasonably than I on the origins of the distancing of the mystical from the normatively Jewish. And there needs to be a kind of tikkun, a kind of repair. And I want to be a part of that tikkun in my own small way by showing up in the world as someone who is comfortable and interested in talking about these things and exploring these things, in treating them with respect and reverence, without losing a sense of holy play. I'm not experienced at all in creating video content which is punchy and easily digestible and well edited and good looking, at least not yet. And so I've just pressed record on the device that I have, and once it's over, I'm gonna just post it, and then I'll look at it, and then I'll share it. And I hope that folks will watch it and hear what I'm saying, if what I'm saying is even discernible at this early stage in my development as a YouTube contributor. So this has mostly just been an introduction to my channel, which again, I hope to be a place where there can be conversation and content related to Judaism, psychedelics, consciousness, relationships, and play. Maybe I'll come up with some kind of acronym or catchy name that sort of incorporates all of those things. But for now, I'll leave it there. I'm still a student. I'm still in a rabbinical school program based in the United States. I'm still flexible and open and willing to be quite wrong about a lot of this. The relevance of psychedelics in the spiritual life, the appropriateness of even having a channel like this. And it might be that after creating some of this content, maybe I'll decide that I was wrong and that this is not right, and will change accordingly, I hope. But for now, may this platform, may this channel be a tiny little corner of YouTube where if you do feel a resonance between Judaism, psychedelics, consciousness, relationships, and play, that you'll feel at home and you'll feel seen. Many YouTubers have lots of content posting schedules and varieties of content, lists and rankings and interviews and debates and catchy little shorts. For now, I'm going to not delve into those and just practice getting in front of the camera like this and speaking unedited, um, flowing without any preparation, and hoping that in these videos I can begin to hone this skill. Thank you if you watched this. Thanks for paying attention and taking 15 minutes out of your day to see someone new to YouTube as a creator posting something for the first time. And let me know if you feel any relationship between these things: Judaism, psychedelics, consciousness, relationships, and play. And hopefully we'll see each other again.